with regards of the situation, I just need to clarify that Russians have been widening their zone of occupation today. They've taken over the town of Akhalgori, which has never been under control of opposition separatists in the past. They've continued to drop incendiary bombs in our natural parks. And they've mined several administrative buildings, and as far as I know, they blew up some of them. Besides, we have very alarming information about several hundred civilian hostages that the Russian army holds and refuses to give access to ICRC to the civilian hostages. They are predominantly women and children, but also some old people, and they are holding them in proximity of town of Tskinvali. That's all our requests to the Russians to give access to international organizations, to the civilian hostages, and to stop the ethnic cleansing that taking place in the areas controlled by them was met with cynicism. And so far we've been hearing some cynical statements from Russian Foreign Ministry. I think that the situation is remaining very difficult. And they are trying to do some further provocations, and I don't know what's the final purpose of all of this. And I predicted, unfortunately, towards my country, nobody in Europe wanted really to listen. Because I don't criticize them for that, because for a normal civilized European, and I'm talking to normal civilized European leaders, to realize or to predict this kind of uncivilized behavior is against their nature. It's not like they don't know the history. They just couldn't imagine that history would come back in such a brutal way. That's what is happening in Europe. But now they at least have seen it. Once they've seen it, now in action, now the complacency or appeasement is not acceptable. Well, once they've seen it, and that's my answer.
If this